So how did somebody who barely knew how to use a screwdriver end up in autobody?
I mean, I never do.
Hello everybody, my name is Naya and I'm a second year autobody apprentice, and I'm making this video for anyone who's interested in getting into auto collision repair or any other trade really, because when I was still trying to figure out if I even wanted to take this path, I couldn't find many videos online of people who looked like me or shared my experience. So with that being said, I'm going to tell you guys my story, how I got here, what it's really been like, and the things that people don't really talk about. Alright, so let me paint the picture for you guys. So at the time, I was 17, I was working at IKEA pushing carts, and honestly, that wasn't even a bad job, but I ended up leaving for a few reasons. So now I'm unemployed, and around that same time, my mom was going through a really rough time with her health. So I did everything in my power to help her. Man, we spent hours on the road hustling just to make $1 even though she was sick. But one day, she said something that really stuck with me. She said, "Naya, you need to stop following behind me and do something with your life." Now, just picture that in like a Jamaican accent, because it don't sound right coming out my mouth, but still. And yeah, I'm gonna be honest, that was my reality check. I said, it's time to lock in. As much as I wanted to continue helping my mom, I knew if I did, it would only keep the both of us back. So I got to brainstorming. Now, I knew I liked being hands-on, and I knew I always had an interest in cars. So what did I do? I started a detailing business. Now, nobody could tell me that it wasn't going to work. My mom even made these shirts and sweaters for me. Like, she's my biggest supporter. I love her down. But obviously, that didn't go far because here I am. So now it was on to the next option. So I'm thinking, I'm like, I was choosing between becoming a mechanic or going into autobody. And after doing research, autobody was way more appealing for so many reasons. But then I had a problem. Like, I had no experience at all. That was something that was really holding me back. On top of that, I was stressing about finances, how I was gonna get the money to get into school, how I'm a girl, like what I'm finna do, like. But yeah, I had no money, I had no experience, let alone I didn't even know how I was gonna get my foot in the door. But y'all, let me tell you, God did. Okay, I came across a pre-apprenticeship that was fully paid. You get tools and you get hooked up with a job at the end. Like, what you talking about? And y'all, funny enough, I had actually applied to this program like maybe a year or so back, and I couldn't get in because I didn't have my high school diploma. I graduated late, but that's just, don't watch that, okay? But I reapplied, I got in, and here we are. But honestly, school did not prepare me for what I was about to walk into. So after finishing my pre-apprenticeship, I got a job at a Toyota body shop, and I actually had got a $5,000 scholarship from Toyota Foundation that I had no idea about. But that's a whole nother story. But God did again. Stop playing. So now it's time to get to work. So walking into the shop on my first day, I was intimidated, but I did not let it show. Like, you gotta put your gangster on, like, come on, y'all. But I went in there with the mindset of being ready to learn and taking every single thing that I can get, even if it was little. And you know, unlike what a lot of people think, I wasn't just standing there and watching. They actually put me to work. Like, they was abusing me. I'm playing, but they put me to work. I wasn't just standing around. So if I can remember, I think on my first day, I sealed a hood, I took off a bumper for the first time, and I did some other small stuff. And at the end of the day, I felt accomplished. I felt just, I'm like, yo, I'm stepping into a new era. Yeah, I wake up excited to go to work. Like, I'm 2 years in and that feeling still hasn't left me. Of course, I still have my days, but I genuinely look forward to showing up, and that's very rare. And going from barely knowing how to use a screwdriver to doing my own jobs independently makes me really proud of myself, because I came so far and I know the possibilities is endless. Okay, it's up. Yeah, I don't know how I forgot to add this, But a big part of my why was my mom. I knew that this was an essential step I had to take to get us where we are today. Now, I'm not saying I'm out here making millions of dollars or, but I am in a better position, and that means my mother is in a better position now as well. So the biggest reason why I stuck with autobody and I continue to push through is because of my mother. Yeah, so. Now, to the not so good part, and I'm talking to my ladies here, but being a woman in the trades will get you overlooked. I can't tell you how much times I felt invisible, and I still go through this daily. Now, while that may come with just being an apprentice in general, I would be lying if I said being a woman doesn't have any part to do with it, because it does. If you're a woman going into the trades, autobody, whatever, just be prepared for opinions, comments, and some of them to be harsh. Honestly, it's endless when it comes to this whole opinion thing, because all of a sudden you see a woman in the trades, all of a sudden you pulling opinions out your booty hole. Come on, y'all. I can't tell y'all how much times I got little slick comments like, oh, are you sure this is the right trade for you? Or you be better in the office. And honestly, I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about it a little bit, because I definitely did. But y'all, you can't let that stuff get to you, because it hasn't gotten to me yet, and it won't get to me. Okay? Because here I am. I'm not bragging. I promise I'm not bragging. I've been doubted, underestimated, counted out plenty of times. It's like, I feel like sometimes people don't see how hard I'm working or how far I've come. Like, I don't know, it's crazy, but like, to be honest, you really just gotta stay grounded and kind of just, keep your head up, because it's gonna work out in the end regardless, and people will always be people. So yeah, ladies, one last thing. When you go into male dominated spaces, it's obviously not always going to be easy, but just based off of the fact that you're a woman, you're working hard, you're taking up space, you stepping on toes, shorty. So don't even worry about them niggas. My fault. Don't even worry about them. Yeah, I knew I belonged even after long days when I would sit and cry in my car about the way I was treated or the comments I get. I would still show up the next day. Y'all couldn't break me. But seriously though, like, I still showed up. And once I saw myself getting better day by day, I said, it's raps. It's raps. Like, I'm in there. But if you're looking to get into the trades, it's not always going to be easy. You're going to doubt yourself, and people are going to doubt you too. Consistency will take you far. You don't have to know everything. All you need to do is show up, be willing to learn, and don't quit on yourself. You'll be good. If someone like me who barely knew how to use a screwdriver can do it, trust me, you can do it too. So yeah, here I am now. I'm a second-year autobody apprentice going into my third year. I'm still learning, I'm still growing, and I'm still figuring things out. But yeah, guys, that's it from me. But if you're in the trades, if you're looking to get into them, or if you've ever felt underestimated or overlooked, I want to hear your stories. Drop them in the comments, because I want to feel like I'm not the only one out there, If you enjoyed the video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys soon. Later. Hugs and kisses. Oh my gosh.